So, anyone have any questions about the events? Any past?
No, I think I'm down with it.
Okay then.
Looks good.
Just to clarify, when you use the hearts, you have to stick for the whole race with them.
If you want, you can pit, but I don't think it's a valuable option. But
okay,
yes.
we need to come up with a definitive line on that because we've all been told something different 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'd say stay on the tyres that you start on, or the tyres that you finish on.
Okay, let's put it
but
this
swap
way.
in between. No. Do 2 stops. No.
No swapping. No swapping.
No swapping. No swapping.
No swapping.
Yeah.
Let's keep this basic. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we can. Okay, will you go on?
I was just going to say, because that's what I've based my whole strategy on. So.
Are you guys definitely going to get 20 minutes out of the front super softs with
Yeah,
2 times tyre wear?
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can add 15 seconds waiting for race 3, but I don't know the time differences, so let's go over with race 1 and 2 and we can decide it.
You mean a delay at the start for the top
race,
5
yeah.
or whatever? Yeah.
Yes, I want to make this as much as GTFU as possible.
Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah, that should mix it up quite nicely with the hard tyres in the second race and all that stuff.
Yep, that's what my points. So
Tigger says he'll be in 15 minutes. And Ryan says, good luck. Ryan Archie, I mean.
I do love the, yes, I'll be in after call the midwife.
Yeah,
No,
too
that's
much
the
detail.
lamest excuse ever.
It's one of the more improbable things I've ever seen written in a chat, and Slugsy's in the chat, so that's quite impressive.
Shots fired.
I would have had to come up with another excuse, even if that was a real excuse.
Yeah.
I'd have put something else.
My wife's bleeding out, but I know for a fact that she'll stop bleeding at 8:58.
when he first put it, I genuinely thought his missus was having a baby. And they were waiting for the midwife. So I'll be lots of midwife
Forgot a
stuff.
race!
What? Heartless. Go on, push love. Race starts in 10.
It's not the first time, don't pretend it's that much of a struggle anymore.
Yeah. It's like a welly top.
If you can open kebab.
Sorry, Tiggs. Tiggs is listening as well. Should choose a livery of the race in comms as well.
Yes,
Are we doing 2 races? No, there's 3 races tonight, Arch.
curveball.
Does he know what the joy was?
Yeah, do you not want to join us, Arch?
Yeah. Come on, Arch.
Get them in them again. Come on, Arch.
FF or TT, McGann or TT, you know, if he's coming.
Oh, have we got a space? I never even thought about asking that.
Yeah.
What TT?
The Audi.
Yeah, but who's TT?
Oh, Adam's in one at the minute.
Ah, right.
Proper Brew dropped out, didn't he? Because he disappeared off the GTFU planet.
Did he?
Oh yeah, proper Brew's gone.
He rage. Rage left.
Properly.
Properly, yes.
Properly, yeah, properly. He proper left.
Do we know why?
Well,
T-Gun.
last
Yeah,
Thursday, I told him that he had to do a drive-through and miss quali for Rage Quit the week before, and he left the lobby and then left all the chats.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So is that like a double rage quit?
Yeah.
But if you count every chat, it's something like octuple? No, more than that. On my external hard drive anyway, it's pissing me off.
He's now left his mic on. Which actually felt so
Yeah.
funny.
He's having a right laugh about something.
Yeah, there's
Oh, here comes Arch.
Good evening, Arch.
Hey, Archie.
Hey, fella.
Nine. Quali starts at 9.
Yeah. No, fuck
Yep.
off. Oh, God.
Well, wait, is it a number 1 or a number 2?
Yeah, piss or shit.
Okay, but
Yeah,
make
alright,
sure you
well,
don't take the crossword with you.
Suppose it take me enough to do my first lap.
Holy mother, sorry, Oscar.
Are these running standard bop, or is there any settings on these?
just what in-game bot, mate.
Ah, grand.
Just time for a wee.
We're going to go straight into the race after quali as well, so there won't be a break.
Okie dokie.
It's supers, isn't it? Yeah, not softs.
Yeah, super,
That's right.
super. Yeah. Renault Megane or Audi TT for you, mate? Go for it.
Good choice.
Yeah, no worries. I'll wait for you. I've got to wait for the Tigger anyway. So, don't rush, mate.
Biking not racing.
No, he's doing some practice. Sunday, one mate practice with Kaza.
Alright.
And anyone else who wanted to do it. But everyone else wanted to do this, except for Donk.
GTFU, the only league that waits for call the midwife.
Yes, that's it. That is very accurate.
Can see that in like some super like well-produced advert.
Yeah.
It's just like close racing, competitive action, friendly communities, waiting for call the midwife, GTFU.
Livery be done with called the midwife or whatever.
Yeah, midwife livery.
Cunts.
I know what you
Carnage,
could put coming out the
community, call
back.
the midwife.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, let's actually do a midwife livery.
Oh no.
Big fucking fanny on the back.
Daddy, why did Sony come and knock on our door and take the PlayStation away?
Fucking there, try, I'll fucking fight him for it.
In the unlikely event of a penalty, you cannot overtake.
Oh
but you
yeah,
can
what do you
keep
want to
it,
do
or,
with
or should we burn it
That's
before?
up to Ismail, it's
the next level?
his game. Are you there, Ismail?
Just normal
Too quiet,
GTFU
Ishmael.
rules, surely.
Yeah.
So let's clarify that, because in the different splits on a Thursday, one room does one thing, the other room does another thing. So what do you want to do? Burn it within one lap, no overtaking?
Ishmael, you're extremely quiet, mate. I can
You're
hear
very
you. but-
quiet, yeah.
Now how is it?
Better, yeah.
Yes, now you're
Sorry,
normal.
yeah. In order to keep things basic, I think we can do what we do in Sunday events in GTFU 1 make events. So
Yeah.
Burn it before the line.
Burn it before the line, no overtaking, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. There you go, that's what that rule is. Dunlop,
Lock.
mate.
Marlborough.
Don't worry too much, mate. It's only a one-off. Just grab what you want. It's not important.
You can steal Proper Groove's Batman one from my account if you really want to livery.
Yeah.
He says
Wildcat.
Batman's a cunt.
White man.
Twat, man.
Swat map.
No. Twat, man.
Yeah, but
Oh, make sure
We're
it's done before
expecting-
Call the Midwife finishes.
I was going to say all the midwives and the credits are starting as we speak, so I think you might have to sacrifice this.
Spiky.
Spiky.
Spiky. Will there be a short interval of some sort between race 2 and 3?
Yeah, we could have a break. Yeah. How long do
I
you want?
suggest
5,
15
10
minutes.
minutes?
Maybe.
15.
That's a
15.
bit excessive. We're going to be running until like 11:15.
Race is 20 minutes, mate.
Should we do 5-minute break between each race?
At max,
I think
come
5
on,
minutes.
5 minutes is enough time.
just race.
I mean, you know, there's. Or Jaeger will be up to midnight.
I will stay up. There's Super Bowl night.
He's watching
today,
the Super Bowl
so-
tonight.
Hey, listen,
to watch
I
Super Bowl.
can't
There's
stay
no way
on
he's
that
gonna
late.
bed.
I'm using you as a scapegoat. Shush.
10 minutes isn't going to make any difference, Adam.
I have neighbours below me, above me, left of me, right of me.
He lives in a box.
How about 5 minutes after race 1 and 10 minutes after race 2? As a compromise.
And
I'd rather not have a break between
an
race
hour
1
after
and
race
2
3.
and have a 10-minute break, therefore saving 5 minutes.
Alright, well, it's going to take me a bit to set up the second lobby anyway, the grid and shit like that.
Tigger is here,
Mr.
yay.
Broadspeed, Archie. Tigger's arrived.
Yeah.
I've got the wrong door number on there.
Now that looks a bit better, Bees.
Oh, thank you, Blue.
Yorkshire tea on the back. Like
Yeah.
it. Ignoring what else is on the back.
Why, what else is on back, mate? I haven't seen it.
When you turn up to pick me up, you better not have that fucking sticker on the back, you can.
In my defence, mate, I didn't do the livery, so I'm just running with what I was given.
Right, whatever.
Come on, call the midwife.
And the midwife has arrived.
No, it's,
Has the midwife
Good
changed
Yes,
her
it's
number
been
this
this,
week, or is it still 999?
no, it's the programme I meant.
I don't think you get midwives on 999, Adam.
You don't.
No, no.
Correct.
It's not fire, police, ambulance, or midwife.
Are you burning, dying, or giving birth? Call 999.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for Arch.
Yeah, just waiting for Arch now and then we'll start. I'll give you roughly no laps practice, Arch, is that alright?
Speed 140 has arrived.
Ish.
Oh, he probably thinks it's a standard.
Oh, we can get them again if you
Sunday
want.
one, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use them again. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you have to explain all the tyre rules and shit, though.
Alright, love. There's, yeah, it's one race.
I'll volunteer to
hard.
do that.
Okay.
Well, right, it's one race with hard tyres and the other two with special super soft.
Wait, there's two Megans.
Yeah.
Is it the trophy?
No.
No,
yeah, because the
no,
other one,
it's
the other
the
one's the
other
MR.
The other one.
So it's the FF. Fucking hell. Whatever you want, you've got to do one of the 3 races on hards. Of your choice.
For fuck's sake.
No, I didn't. I said front wheel. I didn't
Fuck's
say
sake. You definitely did.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you did. Right, so let's see. Wait until everyone's
Adam hammering away.
Yeah. I'm giving
got his
it all.
keyboard out. Yeah. Let him do. He's
Come
got
on.
a keyboard.
Keyboard like Roy.
He's got that mechanical one. The clack, 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 clack.
Speed. Pretty much on the same time for the whole race. And you're only allowed to use, you can't use any other time.
Yeah.
That's
super
what I'm
soft tires,
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's busy. I can hear him still. Yeah, all the same track, same way round, different times of day.
No, we're already 6 minutes in. That's my break time eating into there.
Oh, full lobby.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Happy.
Ah, fuck. No, super soft.
No, racing is super soft.
No.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
one race
super
on
soft,
hard,
super soft
some
or
of the
hard.
races are super soft.
Made purple or green tires.
Yeah, that as well.
Mine are black.
Go from one extreme to another. No grip, loads of grip.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should have gone for the wet tire instead. That would be fun.
That's an idea.
So, everyone's tipped in now. Adam doesn't need to because he's not racing.
Oh, happy
Oh,
left.
blue, you haven't. Oh,
Happy's
blue, you haven't
left.
tipped in. Yeah, happy's left.
You should just kick the fucker.
Oh,
Wait,
Chaos is in.
Oh, no.
So
Well, there's not enough room for him. Oh, is there? No.
Well, no,
he's
because
come back
Happy's
in.
going to be coming back
Happy
in.
Yeah.
left. Yeah, he can come back now.
But okay.
I'll cover it.
Yeah. I mean, you've only had 2 weeks. Fucking hell.
Don't type, leave.
Racing. Racing for British Heart Foundation. Not tonight, no.
Is fuel going to be off for quality?
I don't know. Do you want it off? I can put it off if you want.
Yeah, take it off.
quality,
5 minutes, I don't think.
Good thing the
Well, it
FIA
won't make a
is
difference,
fluid
will it?
with regulations.
Oh, tick in again now. Right, as soon as everyone's ticked in, we're off.
Yes.
No, it's not about luck, it's about reading your messages.
Oscar and... Oh, Oscar to tick in. Come on, Oscar.
Go on, Oscar.
Sorry.
Go.
Alright, that's everyone in. Right, let's go. Are you ready? I don't care, we're starting.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
Hold on.
Good luck, everyone.
So, good luck, have fun.
Good luck,
Yeah.
thank you.
Let me out,
Oh, yeah, don't fucking let me out. How fucking rude. Your daring is in me.
Oh, there's a few going out.
Fucking well hard.
Get them out of the way.
No fuel.
No fuel, right?
amazing, isn't it? Quali starts, everybody goes quiet.
I'm just waiting to pick the moment.
There are only 15 on track.
Yeah, Adam's commentating.
Adam's not racing yet.
Yeah, go to are you?
Wait. That was close.
Interesting line flipper.
Just about put that in there, I don't know how I've done that.
Surprised he didn't get a pen.
It's a shame. Must do a bit of a fight there.
We're allowed to change tyres and... Oh, it's too late now anyway.
What part they're doing?
I'm gonna fucking do it anyway.
Fucking telling me what to do.
Yeah, prick yeah. One shot for me, so.
Nice one, bees.
Did I leave you enough room?
Oh, yeah,
It's quali, not the race.
Get them to bees.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was interesting. Are we doing a start check?
Now we're going straight into the race, mate.
Nice. Okay.
I trust my internet. Maybe foolishly, but whatever.
Gotcha.
I've been attacked. Oh, bye, Adam. Hi, Adam.
There we go.
He's done the old turn it off, turn it on tricky.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck, boys.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Chin chaps.
I'll just say bye.
Say what?
So,
Bye.
race one from Maggiore, and it's an all Volkswagen Scirocco front row for race number one of this three-race one-off here front-wheel drive Group 4 cars, touring car style machinery. Will it be touring car style racing here today in Italy? It's Slugsy on pole position alongside CJ, then it's Deering and Jaeger on the second row as we get under the way, and it's the 99 car that leads them off as the race gets underway. 20 minutes of racing, a majority of the field on the super soft tyres. Ishmael diving up to the inside there in the mid-pack. Speed 140, who joined at the very last minute there in 6th place. We've got one car going straight on at the back of shot. Ticketastic completely missing his braking there. Going into the first corner, the rest of the pack through the first couple of turns cleanly. It's side by side at various points throughout the field. Go on Bees up the inside of Speed 140 for 7th position. Wacky Racer following him through as well, but it's TCR Slugsy that leads the way in the Scirocco for the time being. Deering, the first of the TTs, in 3rd position, trying to find a way past CJ in the 51 car. It's 51 versus 7, side by side as they run up the hill and towards the S's for the first time of asking. CJ's got the inside line. Will Deering try and hold the outside? No, not quite. CJ holds on 2nd place for the time being. So much time to be gained, but a fine line between gaining time and gaining a penalty through those S-bends. Deering hoping for a good opportunity as they run down towards this banked hairpin corner, one of the critical corners of the lap where once again you can make a lot of time, and Deering has the inside line in the WRT-esque colours on the Audi, and he's in 2nd place now courtesy of a great move up the inside. Fairly rudimentary stuff there. We've got one car off track at the hairpin. That's Jaeger. Jaeger disconnected by the look of it. That's a huge shame for the German driver, dropping out in the first lap there, deep in the barriers after the first few corners of the race. Flip-Flop has a penalty. I think he caught that at the S-bends. As I said, a penalty is easily won there. He, of course, sporting the mild 7 colours as seen on the Renaults of the mid-2000s, including Fernando Alonso's 2 title-winning machines. Deering in 2nd place then, with CJ still on the back of him. Hasn't broke slip yet. In fact, he's going to come under threat from both CJ and Ishmael as they run towards turn 1. Not quite grazing 140 miles an hour. Actually, just about grazing 140 miles an hour before getting on the brakes for turn 1. One of the more difficult braking points to sight in the game, but everyone doing it nicely, at least at the sharp end of the order on that first flying run into turn 1. Speed 140 in 6th place with Wacky Racer and Gone Bees side by side. Little bit of a touch between Wacky and Bees. Wacky with the inside line then as they run downhill to complete the first sector of lap number 2, and it looks as though Bees has a nose ahead, but Wacky has the inside line, and surely Wacky has 7th place. Yes, he does for now, but Bees will not accept that without a significant fight. It's Blue Ukulele and Oscar fighting further back in 12th and 13th place, and Tiggertastic down in 14th place in the number 309, the Esso Ultron British Touring Car Tribute livery, the car run by Patrick Watts and Tim Harvey, among others, in period. TCR Slugsy still leading the way, and in fact already 2.5 seconds clear of the chasing pack on lap 2 of this 20-minute race. Deering up the inside of CJ. It's all kicking off further back as they go through that cambered hairpin. And Happy Meal getting involved in this scrap at for second place as well. He's got past Ishmael in the Peugeot, the RCZ, of course, based on the 308 platform. And looking to the inside of the Scirocco there. Can he find a way through? The answer is not quite, at least not yet. But let's see if Happy can find a way past in that 77 car. The factory Peugeot colours, or at least an interpretation thereof, on Happy Meal's car looks great. Quite a few of these cars were single-make cars in their day. The Audi TT Cup car, of course, was part of a single-make series. The Scirocco had its own single-make, as did the RCZ. The Renault Megane did as well, albeit a mid-engine interpretation, which we also see in the GT Sport game. But we are running the front-wheel drive version of the Megane, of course, for the purposes of this event. Happy Meal then is in third place now, having just got his way past Ishmael and CJ in the last few corners. His next target is Deering. We haven't really seen much wheel-to-wheel from Deering and Happy in a little while, with Happy's increasing absence from the GT Sport platform. Have to see whether his interest in the world of Gran Turismo is reinvigorated by GT7. Ishmael, though, reinvigorated his opportunity for third place there with a great run through the right-hand bend, but can't quite get far enough alongside Happy to hold him to a side-by-side through the S's. And if anything, I think Ishmael may come under pressure from CJ, who's had a very nice run out of the S-bends, but of course CJ has a penalty, and now Ishmael has a penalty too. The protocol here when it comes to penalties is that you don't overtake with a penalty, and you have to burn it before the end of the lap, and the penalties aren't burnt particularly easily here at Maggiore either, so Ishmael's going to have to work his off. CJ, I think, has already done so. Yes, he's burnt his off on the run to the hairpin. Probably quite wise driving there. Ishmael is going to have to do it somewhere else before the end of the lap. Deering, even though he's not really got a direct challenger behind him at the moment, I think still losing a little bit of time to Slugsy at the moment, but we'll see how that evolves over the course of this 20-minute race. Let's check in with the hard tyre drivers. The first of them is Blue Ukulele, still having a fight with Oscar. All of the drivers you see on this grid are going to have to run the hards in one of the races here today. That was the case in the British Touring Car Championship for a while as well. There were two different compounds, and the harder tyre was mandatory for one race. That's exactly the setup we've got here. And Blue Ukulele, Oscar and Tigatastic, the only three drivers who have decided to take the hard tyre on for race number one. Could give them a clear run through races 2 and 3, however. Slugsy running a little bit wide there as he heads down this relatively long back straight that we have here at Maggiore before one of the better overtaking opportunities if you're gifted a bit of slipstream, that being this right-hand bend that we see Happy Meal going through at the moment in third place. He has managed to clear CJ. CJ is now well out of slip, and Speed 140 was briefly ahead of Ishmael, who must have lost some time there burning a penalty. And Ishmael, yes, still behind Speed 140, so it's now a scrap for fifth place for Ishmael, who was in the podium contention for the first few laps at least, and he's now got to get past Speed, who is in the default colours. He was an extremely last-minute entry in the final Megane, and he's doing well here at the moment in race number one. Ishmael darts to the inside line as they run towards the hairpin bend for the fourth time in this 20-minute race. Ishmael to the inside. Is he going to find a way through? No, he's not close enough. Didn't have enough car alongside him, but Speed 140 there kind of scared himself off track. Got a wheel on the grass, maybe even a wheel on the gravel, and doesn't quite lose the position to Ishmael. They're side by side through this S-bend, and well, goodness me, it's difficult to go flat out when you're side by side through that particular section. A little bit of contact between the two of them, but no harm, no foul, and Ishmael is through into fifth position. Bees is still there in seventh place. He's not quite been able to keep up with Speed 140 in these first few laps. Of course, tyre preservation could be a factor in this one as well. Certainly, one of the drivers that has taken the most out of their fronts so far is Deering, who's clearly pushing on in an attempt to try and catch up with Slugsy, but Slugsy on imperious form at the moment in the 2:02.5 bracket in terms of fastest laps so far, and his gap has extended again to 3.7 seconds. Slugsy, who had a light car yesterday over in the CLR Super GT Series, having a brilliant result at the Kyoto Yamigawa Miyabi circuit, and seems to be following that up at the moment with a very promising first race here in this one-off event, this touring car style race that we're running for GTFU this week. Of course, next week we see the debut of a new single make car, that being the Toyota GT86. Plenty of retro-inspired liveries and all new projects already appearing in the picture chat for that one. Very much looking forward to seeing what we all do with the 86 once we get to that. CJ has another penalty to his name, so another half second that he is going to have to burn. Now, last time he did that on the corner he's coming to next, which is the hairpin, and he moves himself to the inside. Now, is he going to burn that pen at this section of the circuit? He is indeed, and Ishmael gets through as a result, but a fairly efficient place to do it. CJ didn't lose that much time. Ishmael, though, does gain 4th place. However, he is some 3.6 seconds back from Happy Meal, who in turn has a bit of a gap between himself and Deering as well, so it's all fairly spread out there towards the front end of the order. Bees and Flip, though, are having a really good battle for 7th place. It's a battle for French honour. Peugeot versus Renault for 7th and 8th position at the moment. Bees, of course, running a yellow and black car, clues in the name, and also sporting some Yorkshire tea as well on that car. Lots of understeer, of course, can be found on corner or on throttle application out of corners in these front-wheel drive Group 4 cars. Saw a little bit of that out of Bees at the final corner. Still fending off Flip-Flop nicely, though, in the RCZ. Of course, the Group 3 version of the RCZ is a rather different beast, rear-wheel drive mid-engine. But this car is, in essence, the same spec as we had in the single make series in the real world. Flip-Flop looks to the inside as they run through that sharp right at the end of the first sector. Bees, however, carried the speed nicely on the outside line, held onto the place for now, but Flip dives to the inside once again. And is that a move made? Yes, it is. Across the curbs. Across the sausage curb, coming through the inside line there, but he has just about got a nose ahead of Bees as they run towards the S's. Is Bees going to try and hold on to the outside? No, thinks better of it, and Flip-Flop is through into 7th for the time being, but here comes this long flat-out run to the banked hairpin, and Bees is surely going to look for a way by. In fact, he's not waiting for the slipstream, he's going on the attack immediately. Dives to the outside and then the inside as they run now down the straight towards the hairpin. Let's see if Bees or Flip is braver on the brakes. Bees just about has his car alongside Flip and makes the move and gets a decent exit as well. Flip-Flop with a slightly better exit out of the corner there, side by side as they run towards the S-bend. Are they both going to give each other space? Are they both going to find space? The answer is yes by the looks of it, and very nicely done between the two of them. Great side-by-side action. Bees again later on the brakes, and despite having the outside line into the right-hander, he gets up into 7th. Great driving from GTFU. Go on, Bees, to take 7th place with that one. Slugsy has built a lead of practically 5 seconds already with 7.5 minutes to go here. The Scirocco running kind of old Silkoline style colours in the lead of the race. It's been a solid drive so far from him, still in the low 203s, even though that tyre is starting to wear on the front, of course. These front-wheel drive cars do eat their front tyres. Deering struggling a little bit with the TT by the sounds of it, and Happy has been just closing in a little. I think it's about half a second over the last lap and a third that Happy has chipped away. We all know, of course, that slipstream threshold is 3/4 of a second, and if Happy can get there, then potentially second place could be on the cards for the 77 up against the 7 in the battle for second place. Ishmael is also a contender in fourth. Ishmael's actually just set to 202.8 on lap 6 of the race, so Ishmael finding more and more pace in the number 35 TT. CJ still there in fifth. He has managed to distance himself from speed 140, so speed for now is fairly lonely in 6th place. Flip-Flop and Bees still having a great race, and Flip-Flop is back into 7th for the time being. It's almost an exact replica of the previous lap, with Bees all over the back of Flip-Flop as they run down towards the hairpin. Bees claiming the inside line. He isn't quite as far alongside as last time, I don't think, although by the time we get to the straight they are, and it is almost an exact duplicate of the last time, although Flipper gets a much better run coming through the apex of the hairpin on that occasion. Doesn't really translate it into a good run up the hill, though. I think he may have had to lift out to make sure he didn't get the rear of Bees, and that has cost him the opportunity to draw alongside once again. Bees, though, leaves the inside open, and Flip-Flop takes the place back. So 7th and 8th really ping-ponging between the two drivers. It's Flip-Flop with the advantage at the moment with 5.5 minutes to go, but I wouldn't want to put money on either driver at this stage, because the position changes are fast and seemingly almost corner to corner, actually. It's really great driving between the two of them, and Flip-Flop currently with the upper hand. Let's keep an eye on that. Looking further back to Wacky Racer, he's in 9th position, just ahead of Julian. Julian in the slip of Wacky at the moment as they run down towards turn 1. Is Julian close enough for a move? Certainly he thinks so. He dives to the inside. Has he got the car stopped? He has, but Wacky with more speed carries it nicely, and by the time they get to turn 2, Wacky Racer is still in at 9th place. Spirited dive from Julian, but didn't quite get it done. Archie, a last-minute entrant, there in 11th position, ahead of Oscar in 12th. Oscar, the first of the drivers on the hard tyres critically. The 11 drivers ahead of him are all going to have to be on hard tyres at some point before the end of this race. Of course, the third race is reverse grid as well, so if you really wouldn't want the double whammy of starting towards the back of the order and being on hards. So I'm interested to see how many people take the hard tyre in race number 2. Could prove to be a great opportunity for the likes of Oscar, Blue Ukulele, Tigatastic, the 3 drivers that have taken the hards so far, and a huge disparity in pace between the 2 sets of tyres as well. Low 208's the best we're seeing out of the hard shod drivers at this stage. 4 minutes of racing left to go then. Gap is extended between Flip-Flop and Bees. Bees is now 1.4 back from Flip-Flop. Let's check in on Deering and Happy Meal. They're much closer together. Happy Meal is well within slipstream range of Deering now. It looked like the gap was coming down, and sure enough it has. Although Deering getting a good run out of the second to last proper corner. May have just given himself enough gap to not sweat a move from Happy Meal into the first corner, but we'll have to see. RCZ, of course, a very low-slung, very aerodynamically efficient shape, cuts through the air nicely anyway, and with a slipstream, that's even better. Not close enough, though, into turn 1. Deering holds on second place for the time being. This should be the penultimate lap of the race, with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go, and it's 7.5 seconds, near as makes no difference, between Slugsy and the chasing pack. It's been an exemplary performance from the Slug in the lead of the race. Have to see what tyres he picks for race number 2. Deering is there in second, but for how much longer? Because Happy Meal is coming in hot. Ishmael is an interested spectator in 4th place, as well as Happy dives to the inside and looks like he's got second place. Yes, he does. Great move from Happy. We see there that Jaeger rejoining the room after his disconnect from the race earlier on. We hope to see Jaeger push through the next 2 races without any particular issue. Deering then all over the back of Happy Meal, wants to try and claim that position back on the run to the hairpin. Will he claim the inside line? No, Happy covers it off. Deering tries to find his way, but it's too little too late. He has the overrun from the slipstream, but he's got the outside line as well. It's going to take a brave move, and that's exactly what he tries. However, the TT stays in third for the time being, as Happy Meal covers off that second place. Final lap of the race is just a few corners away, and it's going to be a 3-car showdown for second place because Ishmael is right there with them now as well as they go into the final sector of the lap. And Happy Meal covering off the inside, Deering trying to go all the way around the outside, doesn't quite make it work, and that opens the door for Ishmael in the Karcher-back TT. Ishmael is up into third place. At one time he was running as far down as 6th. It's been a race of ups and downs for Ishmael, but he is up into third position. Let's see if he can get a good run out of the final corner, and he does. It's a monster run through the final corner. Could he have Happy before we get to the first turn of the final lap? Happy Meal covers off the inside. Ishmael will be forced to go around the outside. Who's feeling brave on the brakes? Looks like we're going to have... Oh no, Ishmael tries to go all the way around the outside of turn 1, set himself up for the inside at turn 2. It's great driving from Ishmael. They're side by side as they run towards turn number 3. And Ishmael just about slots in back behind Happy Meal. Deering still very much a factor in this equation as well. Ishmael dives up the inside for second. Happy Meal runs it wide as they now run down the long straight towards the right-hander. And it's 3 abreast for second place. Ishmael has the inside line. Ishmael holds on to second, I think, although Deering trying his best to find grip on the outside line, and he's actually done a very good job of carrying speed, but Ishmael just about gets his car ahead. Oh, it's getting very close, and Deering trying to go all around the outside at the S's. It's really ebbing and flowing from corner to corner, these 3 positions, second, third and fourth place, and it's Happy Meal who's managed to get between the TTs once more now in third place. Let's see if Happy can dive to the inside. He's going to have to worry about defending from Deering as well. All 3 drivers absolutely veer to the right to make sure they've got the inside line. Ishmael going defensive then. Happy Meal trying to find his way, so is Deering. Happy Meal late on the brakes as they go to the hairpin, and Happy's in second place just about. Deering was on the gravel, but he's managed to keep himself out of trouble. It's Happy Meal who's in second place then as they run up the hill and towards the final sector for the last time. 11 seconds up the road is Slugsy. He's got a clear win in his immediate future, but who has second place? We're going to have to see at the moment. It's Happy Meal. Deering has got third on the run up the hill. Let's see if Ishmael can respond. Meanwhile, coming out of the last corner, Slugsy in the 99 car comes across the line to take the first win of the day. Happy Meal in second place then, and looks like he's going to keep it. Will Deering hold on to third? Ishmael's got another good run out of the last corner, but I think the Irishman may just about have it. It's going to be very close as they cross the line, but it is indeed Happy in second, Deering in third, and Ishmael in fourth. Brilliant final lap battle. CJ has had to fend off Speed 140 in the last couple of laps, and CJ pulls the handbrake, only just gets across the line to complete the top 5 ahead of Speed 140. Flip-flop in 7th, and Bees in 8th. That will round out the top 8. Then Julian just about in 9th place. He and Wacky Racer continued their fight long after I last talked about them. Julian also pulling the handbrake. That seems to be a Scottish thing. Wacky Racer across the line in 10th. GTFU, RGJ Archie will come across the line in 11th. The first of the hard tyre shod drivers. Oscar just coming across the line now in 12th position in the number 70. Blue Ukulele will follow him home in 13th, followed by Tigger-tastic. All of those drivers, those last 3 drivers, will all be able to run Super Softs for the rest of this event. 2 more races to go here. 11 cars still yet to run hard tyres. And this order that we see on screen now will be our grid for race number 2.
Did anyone save the video? Oh, sorry, I can do it for you.
Well done, Adam. Brilliant again.
Yeah, you go. That was unlucky.
Happy Meal.
I did just notice I forgot to turn the fuel back on as well.
The fuel?
I just noticed that like halfway around that race I was like, oh shit, fuel's still off. What a cunt.
Oh, no wonder Stracco was OP in the way of itself.
Probably. Are you sure it was? Because you set it to.
Yeah, it was definitely off. Yeah.
Alright, I went even.
Can I do that again?
So you're able to change it for quality.
Yeah. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. Never mind. Everyone is in the same boat though, so it don't matter. I'll put it on for the next one. Right, so the top 5 have to do have to run hards in this race, yeah. So that is
Yes,
me,
CJ.
CJ, Deering, Happy, and Ishmael, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And
Thanks for
slug me
the
in
race
at the
split.
back. Slugs, be sure.
Yeah, that was fucking brilliant, that was, mate.
It was, mate,
Absolutely brilliant.
My tyres let go eventually and I just couldn't keep up with you, but that were a good 3 laps, mate, that one.
Yeah, I just thought, no, I'll let him wear his tyres out.
So everyone ticking, I can start the, I'll get the grid set, and then if you want a break, we'll have a break, or whatever everyone wants to do.
Oh, I'll go straight into it.
I had a break. No, I want to race.
Yeah, you've had a break. Yeah.
Why do you need to set the grid for this one? I thought that this one was for
Oh, no,
race
it
one
will-
order.
I'm not sure where I will fit in, but that's.
Oh yeah,
let's
I'm gonna
find
have to
out.
set it because
He'll chuck you at
Jaeger
the back.
DC'd, didn't he? I could just run it as it is if you want then. Is that?
Yeah.
I'm going to
right
ask
with
the
that?
question. I'm going to ask the question for Jaeger. Does a disconnect count as a hard tyre race?
I haven't used a hard tire, so all good. I will use it now. It's all good.
I think.
No, that's not.
Oh no,
me.
he was on
That's
super
not me.
softs. I know he was,
Yeah.
but I was just.
I think this
You
connect should be.
you wanna have good racing again, but no.
So, are
I'll
we
stick to
doing
the
points for these 3 races then?
Yep.
So, so I've got to put hards on for this race because I was in top 5, aye?
Yeah.
So there is a
Yeah,
championship at play effectively across the 3 races, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
Just we don't know how it works yet.
If you guys were actual clients, I'd be cussing you out right now.
I'm just here to enjoy myself. I've had nothing to
Just
do.
here for the fun. Yeah, I had to take avoiding action on that first lap. Nearly took blue out. I thought, shit. Completely missed the break, and I thought, shit, no, take myself out, no, take anyone else.
I wondered what would happen. I'd been watching you creep up on me,
Yeah.
and then suddenly it just disappeared.
Let's take
Me and
avoiding
Oscar had a
action.
good race as well. Well, I held him
was
up for a
catching you
long
up.
time.
I kept getting penalties, I thought, damn it.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
This one's going to be interesting with you lot on the supers.
Are you going hard on this one, Flip?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they feel so much better.
So grid base
Yeah,
and boost
fuel
race
burn
results,
on.
and then it'll work, won't it?
Yeah.
What's that, mate?
Yeah,
I've done the fuel now. Put it back on.
Yeah, that'll
Guys,
work.
I think we should count Jaeger's disconnect as a hard race.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I'll have it for that. Because you get
Yeah.
0 points anyway.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, go. Just use softs.
I can change super softs, okay? Then
Yeah,
I will do
yeah.
that.
Because that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Fucking disconnect and fucking using hards.
I'm only getting a single race on the super.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
Jaeger.
Thank you, mister.
Right. Tell me when you're ready, motherfuckers. I mean,
Ready, motherfucker.
Ready.
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 Ready?
contender ready. Sorry for butchering the Scottish accent there.
Ready.
How are we going to take you out then, Darren?
Oh, where are we going?
I thought we were going to.
Right. Okay,
Let's
we're
go
going.
for a party.
Right, good luck everybody. Again.
Go again.
Yeah, fingers crossed for a stable connection.
Have we got to wait 15 seconds or no? At the back?
No.
No.
Right. Thanks
Got
for
over
that.
good anyway.
You're in the same position as you finished, so.
So then the previous race results determining the grid for race number 2, and most of the boys at the front of the order will be on hard tyres. At least 3 of the drivers will be on the super softs. Are there any more who have taken the super softs than those 3? Well, yes, there's Jaeger as well at the back of the order. They are underway. Aside from those 4 at the back, though, I think it is pretty much everyone, except for Jelion, interestingly, who has taken the hards for this race. So it's going to be a mixed field as they run through the first corner for the first time. Slugsy, it is in the lead. Happy Meal in second. Deering in third. Ishmael fourth. Speed 140 there in 5th position ahead of Bees. Everyone seemingly filtering through cleanly on this first lap. 3 wide in the pack there as Blue Ukulele threads the needle between Flip Flop and Oscar. Very nice driving there from the unbiased soft drink representation on that car, or the energy drink, I should say, not the soft drink. Monster Energy Red Bull combined livery on Blue Ukulele's machine. Slugsy it is who leads from Happy Meal, Deering and Ishmael. Now, the advantage of these hard tyres, and there aren't many of them, but the one advantage you can glean from using these is that the tyres will be more consistent. The drop-off unlikely to be an issue. In fact, in the previous race, Oscar was only getting quicker as the race went on the hard tyres, but the super soft boys should be far quicker. It's really a matter of just threading through the pack if they possibly can. It's side by side between Slugsy and Happy Meal as they run towards the banked hairpin. Slugsy with the inside line just about holds it together. They were both slow through the corner, and that allows the Audi drivers, Deering and Ishmael, to do what they do best, tailgating as they run up the hill and towards the final sector for the first time. Deering in 3rd place for now. Ishmael just about yielding the position as I think Happy dived up the inside. Yes, he did. Great move from Happy. Deering trying to get involved with this one as well. Slugsy's not going to be able to hold on to the lead in this instance. He's not even going to hold on to 2nd place because Deering has muscled his way past, and he's just about got the full car's width ahead. I don't think Slugsy will make a move at the last turn. Oh, he had a little look to the inside, but Ishmael is still looking at Slugsy ahead of him. Slugsy remains in 3rd place. It's side by side for 5th. It's 3 wide, in fact. It's all kicking off in the mid-pack. It's Bees just about in 5th place as they head towards the first corner, and there's lots of contact. I saw that one coming. I think both of the Scottish boys missed their braking, among others there, and it's all kicked off, and Blue Ukulele threading the needle through it all. He's in 5th place. CJ's rally crossing. It's all kicking off, and CJ there looked like he was having some vicious understeer. Just about gets the car back under control, but Jelion and CJ down in 11th and 12th place now. So then, the first of the super soft runners is Blue Ukulele in 5th, and joining him in 6th place is Oscar. So they're making rapid progress. Oscar giving Blue Ukulele a little bump by the looks of it there. I don't know if that was motivation or whether that was a mistake. Jaeger up into 7th as well. Jaeger surely has to be a hot favourite. He scored 0 points in the previous race, courtesy of a disconnect. We've all agreed to allow him to count that as the hard tyre race. So now he's on the super softs, he is on the hunt, and he has race-winning pedigree here in GTFU, as we all know. So this could be his moment to shine. They're in 7th place at the moment. Tigatastic, the 4th of the drivers on the super softs, is there in 8th place as well. So they've made their way through a bunch of the hard-running drivers already. Jelion is the only other driver on the super softs. He, of course, runs in 11th, make that 10th, make that 9th place, as he makes a great run out of the hairpin, but it's still 3 wide almost. Speed 140 trying to hold on to the position. Speed is clearly taken in the rules nicely. He is on the hard tyres for this race, and Speed just about manages to carry more speed than Jelion, despite the disparity in the compounds, which is very good going indeed. The top 4 have been joined then by Oscar and Blue. So the super soft runners are already up to the front of the pack. Happy Meal it is that leads them. It's Deering 2nd, Slugsy 3rd, Ishmael 4th, and then Oscar is right there. One more lap, and I think we're going to have one of the super soft runners at the front of the order. Ishmael looks to the inside of Slugsy. Happy Meal covers the inside, and Ishmael just about claims 3rd place there. Blue Ukulele getting physical there with Slugsy. You heard the expletives over the team radio. It's all kicking off in the Volkswagen camp, no doubt. as Oscar looked to the inside of Blue as well, going through T3 and barges up the inside at turn 4. Great move, great touring car style move from Oscar to take 4th place for the time being. Slugsy has been very rudely demoted down to 6th place, and I doubt it's over for him because Jaeger and Tigger are coming in hot in 7th and 8th place also on the super soft tyres. Ishmael is the next driver to be claimed by Oscar. Oscar is up to 2nd place. Blue Ukulele looks to the inside for 3rd, and he just about finds his way through. Blue Ukulele past Ishmael, and Slugsy trying to follow him through, and he does. Slugsy up to 4th place. Opportune driving there from the hard shod 99 car. And Slugsy may even try and make a move on Blue Ukulele here. Hard tyres be damned. A lead changes on the cards though, because Oscar has a nose ahead as they run towards the hairpin. Happy Meal holding on for dear life. He's not going to give an inch more room than he has to. It's still a hard tyre car at the front of the order by all of half a car width as they run through the S-bend. Oscar has a nose ahead now. Oscar has a full car ahead. He is into the lead of the race. The super soft tyres proving far too strong for anyone to cope with here. Blue Ukulele in 3rd place, and ahead of him Happy Meal has a penalty. He has to serve that before the end of the lap, so that is going to cost him dearly here. He might lose out to Slugsy, potentially even Jaeger as well as Blue, as he has to burn that pen. Does so now before the final corner, and sure enough, Jaeger has got past. No, he hasn't actually quite got past, but he will be in the slip as they run down the main straight for the end of lap number 3. Deering is down there in 7th place now, with the hard tyres proving an anchor for him also. Tiggertastic behind him on the super softs in 8th as Deering runs it a bit wide there. Racing room given between the two of them, but Tigger doesn't quite find the drive out of the corner in the RCZ. Deering just about holding on for the time being. He's got Julian also on super softs behind him. This must be demoralising for the hard tyre drivers. Jaeger with a penalty, half-second penalty that he'll have to serve before the end of the lap, decides to do that immediately, and well, that of course means he's going to have to work that little bit harder to chase down the likes of Blue and Oscar, also on super softs and now at the front of the order. Tigger up into 7th place. He's got past Deering. Julian is there in 9th. He will be the next person to try and find a way past Deering, and frankly, with Deering on the hard tyres, it shouldn't be that difficult. Interesting to see how the order has been jumbled up, not just in terms of the super soft drivers coming through, but also some of the drivers not adapting to the hards as well as others. Slugsy's doing very well on the hard tyres, still within almost within a second, no, just about within a second of Blue Ukulele, who's ahead of him. So Slugsy doing very well in 3rd place. Ishmael under fire for 4th place. Happy Meal gets back through, and Jaeger and Tigger all over the back of Happy as well in that battle for 4th position. The top 9 cars are separated by just 5.7 seconds. Speed 140 further back in the pack. He's gone gravel trapping. Didn't quite see what caused that, but I've seen the end results, and that's Speed 140 down in 15th and last place. So that will be a bone of contention for him, I'm sure. CJ looking to the inside with a penalty. Naughty, naughty. Needs to burn that before the end of the lap as well, as he continues to try and pursue Go On Bees in 10th place. Here's the gaggle of cars, though, for 4th position, and Jaeger trying to go all around the outside at the final corner. The grip of the super softs compels him. Happy Meal with a little bit of side-on-side contact as they run down the main straight. Happy determined to try and hold off some of these super soft vermin in that 4th position. Jaeger dives to the inside. No, he doesn't, but Tigger does. Tigger with a big lunge up for 5th position in the 309 car. Worthy of the livery he's sporting on that RCZ, I would say. Up into 5th place. Jaeger then down to 6th. Ishmael there in 7th place, and Deering's now at the back of the queue in 9th place. Julian has got past him. Ishmael barges past Jaeger, a hard tyre driver fighting back against the tyranny of the super soft competitors then. And back up to 6th for the time being. How long will that last? There's been a switch among the Peugeots. Tigger is up into 4th place, but as I say that, he runs it wide, gets wheels on the grass, still holds on to 4th place. That's the best advert I've seen for the super soft tyres all day long. Even on the grass, he seemed to get better traction than Happy Meal, and he holds on to 4th place for now. Jaeger trying to find a way past Happy 2 in the 88 car. We're at almost half distance in this race, and 4 of the top 6 are on the super soft tyres. Happy Meal getting very shovey, very into his side-on-side contact, trying to hold on to the position. But Jaeger with a good run, a little bit of slip off of Tigger as well. The three of them are going to be at very close proximity as they run through the hairpin. Tigger holds on to 4th place and Jaeger actually loses 6th. Julian there with a good run through the hairpin and may even claim the position off Happy as well. In fact, it's all changed because Jaeger got a wonderful run up the hill and he moves into 5th place. Happy down to 6th. Julian remains in 7th then. And then it's the Audi boys, Ishmael and Deering, in 8th and 9th position. Jaeger dives up the inside of Tigger and takes 4th place. So Jaeger up to 4th. The gap between Jaeger and Oscar, 7.6 seconds. And we have roughly half the race to go. We are going to be at half distance this time by lap 5 of 10. Let's see if Jaeger can do anything to fell the drivers ahead. He's got 3.2 seconds to make up on Slugsy, who of course is something of a sitting duck on the hard tyres, but Slugsy exemplary that he's still within 4 seconds of the lead even on the hard tyres. He really is putting in a good shift here. Blue Ukulele doing a little bit of rally crossing there in 2nd position, but holds on to it nicely. He is doing an admirable job there as well. He's about 2.5 seconds back from Oscar, but Oscar at the moment looking like the hot favourite to win, but with these tyre eccentricities in the regulations, who knows how this could end up at the end of it all. Happy Meal there running very wide and rejoining the circuit alongside Ishmael. A little bit of contact between the two of them, but no harm, no foul. Happy holds on to 7th for the time being. Ishmael up the inside, claims 7th, and Happy Meal just asking too much of the front tyres on that occasion, and he has dropped down to 9th place. Deering has followed Ishmael through. The two Audi drivers claiming the scalp, and Happy falls out of the top 8. CJ's there in 10th, and it's a good battle for 11th, with Flip Flop holding off Go On Bees, Wacky Racer, and Speed 140. Archie there as well. It was more or less a 5-car scrap for 11th, and B's getting a little bit of contact there from Wacky Racer, I believe. Everyone staying in the same order, though. Flip Flop does have a penalty to serve as well before the end of the lap, so it could get very interesting. Speed 140 and Wacky leaning on each other in this battle for 13th too. So a lot going on here at the tail end of the order as well. These drivers, of course, taking their turn on the hard tyres. Flip Flop there taking his turn to serve the penalty and holds on to 12th place. Well, loses 11th place to Bees, ends up in 12th place. Wacky Racer there just losing out to Speed 140 as they run up the hill. Speed gets into 13th position. Slugsy then in 3rd, and he has been homed in on massively by Jaeger on this lap. Jaeger within a whiff of the podium. He's made up, I think, about 3 seconds on this lap alone. It's good driving from the McGann. Let's see what kind of lap he gets. 2:03.612. That's a very competitive time. Dives up the inside, claims 3rd place, and he's only got 5 seconds between himself and the leader. 5 seconds, though, and a very wide multi-energy drinked Volkswagen Scirocco. We know that Blue Ukulele likes to get his elbows out at the best of times. He likes to be the fly in the ointment for the faster drivers on One Make Sunday Fun Day, and I'm sure that's going to carry over to today's event as well. So I'm interested to see how things go between Blue and Jaeger once they get together on the circuit. Slugsy not really got an answer for Jaeger, of course, given he is on the hard tyres. Tigger there in 5th place, Julian 6th, Ishmael and Deering rounding out the top 8 for the time being. We've still got a fabulous fight going on for 11th place, with Bees leading the 5-car train. Flip, Speed, Wacky Racer and Archie, the bottom 5 in the order at the moment. And of course the next race is reverse grid, so things could get very interesting very quickly. Oscar really reaping the benefits of his decision to run the hards in race 1 at the moment. 3.2 seconds of lead. It's a good gap, but it's not unassailable with the kind of times that Jaeger is putting in. But as I've said, Jaeger not only has to find 4.3 seconds in the next few minutes, he also has to get past Blue. Julian, I think, has put a foot wrong coming out of the hairpin. He and Tigatastic there at very close proximity as they run up the hill towards the final sector. Tigatastic up the inside for 5th position. Can he make it stick? I don't think he's got enough car alongside Julian. Nope, I'm very much wrong, as the 309 car does get through, but 666 comes right back at him. A little bit of side-on-side contact between the two. Julian gets through to 5th place, and Ishmael still hasn't given up on beating some of these super soft drivers. He manages to weasel his way into 6th place again in the Karcher TT. Right up amongst the super soft runners is the hard-shod Ishmael in 6th place, that number 35 car. He is the second of the drivers on the hard tyres behind Slugsy at this phase of the race, and Ishmael looking for a way past Julian as well. He really hasn't given up on a top 5 finish here. He also has to worry about Deering, who's also on the hards, also in a TT. Flip-Flop has dropped down to 14th on this lap, so he's lost a couple of places to Speed and Wacky Racer in the last 3/4 of a lap or so. And here is the battle I was hyping up a couple of minutes ago. Blue Ukulele and Jaeger in 2nd and 3rd. Heard about a spin further back. That was... Speed, yeah, Speed has left the room as well. That's interesting. Jaeger, though, has got up into 2nd place. Jaeger, fairly easy by the looks of it. Didn't take long. He's in 2nd place. Now, Jaeger with 3.6 seconds to make up in 4 minutes. This could get very tasty. Let's see what he can do in that 88 car. The car shod with GTFU CLR stickers and a little bit of Punisher as well. It's all a bit mixed message, but it's a slick-looking livery, and he runs in 2nd place at the moment. Will it be the winning car in about 3 minutes and 40 seconds? Not if Oscar has anything to do with it. It's Renault versus Renault, Supersoft versus Supersoft. But that is quite a margin for Jaeger to make up. Blue Ukulele still there in 3rd place. Slugsy still putting in a really good performance on the hards in 4th position. Julian in 5th place. Ishmael in 6th. And actually Tigatastic has lost time out of the S-bend up the hill there and has fallen down to 9th place. I think he might have made a bit of a mistake. Of course, the super soft tyres are now beginning to drop off, and that could see the hard drivers coming closer. I think that's what we are seeing from the likes of Julian, who is by no means able to shake off Ishmael and Deering at the moment. The super soft tyres, of course, wearing much quicker, and as we get to the end of this race, some of the boys on the hards may yet be able to weasel their way up a position or two. If you're Slugsy, you may not have given up on a podium yet, because you're only 1.7 seconds back from Blue, and Blue's super softs are a good deal more worn than your hards. Jaeger with a pen, and he burns it immediately, very gentlemanly with the way he's burning it. It's not the most efficient way to burn the pen, but that's what he's doing, and he has therefore dropped himself back to 4.5 seconds behind Oscar, and that could prove to be one mountain that's a little bit too high to scale in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Oscar is in the lead then, and is in the pound seat as well, in the factory style livery of that number 70 car. Could Oscar take a win here? His patience in race 1 could be rewarded with the fruits of race 2. Also rewarded, of course, with the back of the grid on race 3, but we'll gloss over that. Jaeger in 2nd, Blue Ukulele 3rd, and Slugsy 4th at the moment. Then it's Ishmael in 5th place, ahead of Deering and Happy Meal. Julian has dropped all the way down to 9th place. Didn't quite see what happened there, but Julian has dropped to 9th behind Tigger. And the hard-shod drivers are now actually starting to make progress. So this could get intriguing, and maybe Deering might have an answer to Ishmael. They've been running in tandem for the last several laps, with Ishmael leading the way, but Deering getting ever closer as they run in towards the final sector of what is the penultimate lap. I wonder if there might be a final lap duel among the Audis, and maybe Happy Meal can get his way into 7th place, into the battle as well from 7th place in the Peugeot. We'll have to wait and see. Julian and Tigger in 8th and 9th. Rounding out the top 10 at the moment is CJ, and currently set for reverse grid pole in race 3 is RGJ Archie, as Flip-Flop and Wacky Racer having a good scrap for 12th place. Last lap is on then, and the gap between Oscar and Jaeger is back down to 3.2 seconds. But it's going to take an error, I think, from Oscar on this final lap. 3.1 seconds, entirely too much to make up on merit, I think, for Jaeger, but we'll have to see what happens. He's had a decent run after that penalty in the last lap, but Jaeger may have lost his opportunity at a win on this occasion. Blue Ukulele there in third place on the super soft tyres. He has marginally extended his gap over Slugsy in the last 3/4 of a lap or so. I think he is safe there in third position. Is it a Monster Energy car? Is it a Red Bull car? Well, it depends what side of the circuit you're on. But one thing's for certain, it's about to claim a podium. Well, I shouldn't say for certain, we still have half a lap left, and I'm the commentator, and we know what happens when commentators say things. He is running in third place for now. That's the neutral description.
Do it.
The gap between Oscar and Jaeger has shrunk significantly, and Oscar, I think, might be backing off here. I don't know if he made an error, but Oscar is falling away. He's certainly struggling with the worn tyres by the looks of it, and Jaeger is within 3/4 of a second, so potentially there could be a change for the lead after all. I thought for a moment Oscar might be dropping through the field with a little bit of intent to make sure he's not last on the grid for race 3, but I don't think it's that. I think he's just struggling, and Jaeger, as they approach the last corner, has managed to get side by side with Oscar. It's Germany versus the USA, and well, much like a football match, the Germans have it, or maybe not, because Oscar does get a good run out of the last corner. Jaeger, though, just a bit too strong on the throttle pedal, takes the win. Jaeger claims it. Oscar takes second. Blue Ukulele in third place with a pull of the handbrake. Slugsy takes fourth. Ishmael will be the first Audi home in fifth place by the looks of it. Yes, he will. Deering, though, was very close in sixth position. Jalayan in seventh place. Almost side by side between the two Peugeots. The super soft Shod, 8th place car, Peugeot RCZ of Tigatastic in 8th. Happy Meal takes 9th. CJ claims 10th place. Bees in 11th. Flip Flop and Wacky Racer with a drag race to the line, and with a flash of the headlights, it's 12th place for Flip Flop, ahead of Wacky and RGJ Archie. All of those drivers, of course, will be at the head of the order in race numero 3, which will take place in just a few minutes' time.
Smashing.
Nice one, Adam.
Woo. Good races, Will.
Oh, I'm enjoying this.
Deering, it seems that we cannot keep away from each other, right?
No, we're sharing the same piece of track the whole way around all the time.
Everyone around you was on hards, Archie.
It was a Mega Drive, Jaeger.
Ah, come on, I didn't expect that. Oscar did that one mistake, and then I got closer to him, and I was like pushing all over a bit now.
How long to race 3?
15 minutes.
How long do you want?
10, please.
10 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah,
10 minutes.
20 past.
20 past 10.
I really need
to just...
Right.
I will be back in 9 minutes and 50 seconds.
Like, I'm literally like just gonna drive down and back and work up the road every 10 minutes. Thank you. Please wait. I won't be long.
No worries.
Don't tick out, Flip. Do tick out is what I meant to say.
Everyone's super out now.
Everyone's ticked out. Right, yes, I will be back in just fractionally under 10 minutes.
What about Speed then? Does he get to race 3 after rag quilting?
Nah, fuck him, kick him.
You heard the man, Slugsy.
Bye bye.
Slugsy, I posted the race 2 results to the chat. I can read them to you if you want.
No, I've just set it as what's it called? I'll tell you in a minute. Reverse grid based on the previous race results.
However, Kaz has just arrived, and he would be on pole if we run it now.
Oh, what a twat.
I'm not racing, just come to watch, it's fine.
Yeah, but you're not ticking in, so that's alright.
Yeah,
I know.
He's good.
You can if you want. Or we can set it by a host. Start at the back. Nah, fuck him.
Fuck him, can.
You fucking can.
Yeah, the problem is at this point is you'd have to wait 10 minutes to actually set the grid.
Yeah. What car would I have to drive if I was to enter?
Began.
Began.
Megan.
And we're not letting you in, so fuck you.
I mean, Kaiser, you could drive on the hard.
Push him down.
Oh yeah, I was going to go on the hard anyway. I'm not going to super soft. What the fuck's the fun of that?
I don't know. So this was the first time actually driving on a Sunday fun day one-make thing, and there was quite of contact going on, but I enjoyed that. After a while I was like, come on, elbows out, alright.
It's a bit door bashy in this series.
Yeah,
this Sunday thing,
I was a bit too gentle, and always some dives on the inside. I was like, oh come on, I have to adjust this.
Proper touring.
Yeah.
In it?
Yeah.
You're not racing properly.
It was good fun, yeah, but it's so different from the last races I did.
Jäger,
So,
you
but
gotta
yeah.
dish what you have been served, man. Maybe some guys do a bit excessively, but it's all good.
yeah, it was all.
He's not
all
naming
okay.
names.
No, I'm not giving any names.
No, I'm not giving. Anyways, Ishmael.
Scott.
Not the way to do it.
No.
Sorry for that cough. Yeah.
Me.
Jaeger's the man to ask that.
What?
He's asking who's in the Super Bowl final.
I think the Bengals.
The Cincinnati Bengals versus the LA Rams.
LA Rams get to the Super Bowl on the year that Dr. Dre, the famous California man, is halftime conspiracy.
Yeah,
theories.
he's halftime with Eminem, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, this will be epic. That's why I'm staying up, just because of the halftime show this year.
Not because the game.
My team is out,
right?
so no.
Just because some concerts you are being sleepless, right?
No.
Choices. Okay. So it seems there shouldn't be any start delays for the start.
Even Flip has gone to the shop, so I'd say we could be here for upwards of 4 hours.
10 minutes he's got.
No, I'm saying about the 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
start.
No,
Oh, no.
I think it's just
No, I
standard
don't think
reverse
so.
grid.
No.
Yes, there is no need.
No, standard reverse grid.
Lion,
Takes
don't
that out
forget,
when,
mate.
when you put the hard tyres in to the mix.
Lion, you've got to run hards this race, my friend.
Yeah, that's correct.
Has everyone else done their hards now? Is it just Lion that does?
Yeah, there were 5 cars on hard, on super softs in that last race. It was Julian and the 4 that were meant to be.
So only him and everyone else is level playing field.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
In other words, this isn't going to be a fun race for Jar.
No.
Get it up, you.
Get it up, yeah.
Boom.
That should make it very interesting then. This could be the messiest race ever.
Sorry.
There will be blood.
The first
Oh,
2
my
laps,
lungs,
starting from the back, were really intense.
I'm going to apologise in advance.
What, just for me and you?
Yes, pretty much.
Archie, I'd suggest you keep your
Just
foot in it,
for being
mate. If you
me.
try and let people through,
Yeah.
you're probably going to cause a big crash.
Yeah, hold your line, Archie. Hold your line.
Fight
look
every
behind you.
position, Arch. Fight every position.
Yeah, and don't look behind.
Exactly. Elbows
Just look
out.
forward.
Remember Spa, you did very well.
Yeah,
Well,
hold
now it's
your
dry
line,
and
mate.
you'll be understeering like fuck, but you know, same principle.
All the F1 practice round Spa.
He's back. That was a quick flip. Fucking hell.
What the fuck, Flip?
Yeah.
You know you've got to pay for the stuff in the shop, right?
Yeah, I did. I knew what I wanted before I went.
Right, so let's just check these settings. Grid
Then
start
I
course
bumped
check.
into
Reverse
people others
grid
wanna
based
say,
on
so-
previous results. Fuel, tyres. That's it. That should be good.
Guys, where was that professionalism at the race 1?
What's that, mate?
I'm asking where was that professionalism to check the settings before race 1?
Oh, I know. With the fuel, oh, fucking hell. I know. It's always going to be something if I'm posting, mate.
No worries.
Yeah.
It seems the format played out very nicely.
Yes. Second race now.
I mean, in a race where Blue got a podium, I think it's a fun race.
Yeah, as Adam said earlier, that's why they did it in touring cars, didn't they? To mix it up a bit.
Much less gap between the compounds, mind you, but yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah.
I'm back.
Hello, back.
Everyone ready then?
Please.
Ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Depending on where I am, I may well switch to race direction.
Ah, that quick. Fuck.
Hopefully it should
Oh no, where's my
should be set right. Grid, let's hope so.
Good luck, everyone.
Does that look right?
Yeah, good luck.
Nope, Kaz is in pole,
Ah, fuck.
as I said.
Pull over to the left, Kazan.
You on the hard
Save
Kaz?
starting again. He knows what
Yeah.
to do. He knows what to do.
Yeah, I'll just go out of the way. It's not my first
Okay,
rodeo.
so then, Ignore the ludicrous LMFAO-inspired McGann on pole position. It's RGJ Archie that will lead them away for 20 minutes reverse grid touring car racing. I'd get the popcorn out if I were you. Archie with the start in the TT. I think the best start of all from the first few rows goes to Flip-Flop in the McGann. It's Flip-Flop with the inside line into turn 1, but Archie is very late on the brakes, sends it a little bit too far. Who's going to have the lead? It's going to be Bees. Bees up the inside, through the middle, I think actually, of Flip-Flop and RGJ Archie. And Bees it is in the lead of the race then. The Yorkshire T-backed driver in the 72 leads the way. Then it's Flip-Flop, Archie, CJ, Happy Meal. He's going to be one to watch. He only finished 9th in the previous race, so he has had a very good starting position and is already up into the top 5. Deering is there in 7th place, so this is going to be an intriguing one as the drivers try and pick their way through the order. It's still Bees in the lead at the moment from Flip-Flop, from Archie, from CJ. He'll be one to watch as well. He's looking up the inside for 3rd place. And Archie backs out of that one. CJ into 3rd position. Happy Meal and Deering fighting for 5th position as they all go slaloming through the S-bends for the first time. How's Jelion doing? He's already in 13th place, one of only 2 drivers on the hards, along with Kazza, and there's contact between Blue and Kazza. Lots of contact going on between the two of them. Well, the race control chat has spilled over to the track, has it? Very interesting stuff. Kazza and Blue Ukulele, and Kazza's up into 14th for the time being. Blue already down to 15th. I'm hearing some screams of terror from Yorkshire, and Bees is still in the lead, but not by much. Flip-Flop is right there with him, and Flip-Flop's got a good run up the hill, but it's still Bees that leads the way. Lap 1 of 10, and it's been a pretty intense first lap, a fairly, I don't know about clean, but certainly everyone is still in the same pack. Oh, and as I say that, Slugsy sounds like he's having some issues. Ishmael is up into 7th place. Slugsy down there in 8th, just behind the 2 Audis of Archie and Ishmael. And a move for 5th. A move for 4th place there from Deering. He gets up and past CJ, who's now going to burn a penalty anyway before the line. And does so. And he will drop more or less out of the top 10. It's Bees in the lead from Flip, from Happy Meal in 3rd. And it's all kicking off further back. Archie and Ishmael and Slugsy all having a bit of contact, and Archie getting a half-second penalty there, so Archie's going to have to burn that before the end of the lap as well. But Slugsy up into 5th place. He'll be hoping to latch onto the back of Deering and Happy Meal as they harass Flip-Flop. They're already up in 3rd and 4th place, Happy Meal and Deering, and Flip-Flop is the next target, but we know Flip doesn't give way easily. He's going to defend for all he's worth, and in fact he almost takes Bees. I think maybe use Bees as a bit of a break there, a little bit of contact between the two of them, and Happy Meal tries to thread through the middle of them both and gets into 2nd place, doesn't quite find a way past Bees, but Happy is into 2nd position in the 77 car. It's the 72 versus the 77. 5 between them in terms of the numbers on the doors, and less than 0.5 of a second between them as they run down towards the hairpin. Happy is well within slipstream range, but so is Flip, so is Deering. It could be 3 wide by the time they get to the hairpin. Bees goes ultra defensive, but cuts back to the left, and that gives Happy Meal the inside line. Happy brave on the brakes here at the hairpin, usually. He is again, and he takes the lead. And this is now critical for Deering. He's side by side with Flip. He's going to want to try and get through Bees and Flip as quickly as possible to try and hold on to Happy, but Bees isn't going to go down without a fight, of course. Bees right on the back of Happy Meal. Can he make a lunge into this corner? No, he cannot. Happy Meal covers the inside line nicely, and it's a Peugeot 1-2. Scratch that. It's a Peugeot 1-3, because there goes Deering up into 2nd position. Deering does manage to clear Bees and Flip in fairly efficient order there and gets into 2nd place, and Slugs is now between Bees and Flip. He's up into 4th place. The 99 car that did so well on the hard tyres in race 2, back on the super softs in race 3, as is almost everybody. And there's lots going on in the background there. I think that might have been Wacky Racer potentially involved. Oh no, it's Tigger-tastic. Oh, the 309 car. I just saw a flash of paint exiting stage right. Yes, stage right. I was right the first time. And unfortunately, Tigatastic has fallen to the back of the order. Let's see if he can catch up with the hard tyre boys, Kaza and Jalian, before the end of the race. It's a 1-2 now for the two boys who were on the hards in the previous race. Happy Meal and Deering, of course, falling through the order in race 2, gave them the better grid position for race 3, and Slugsy up into third, but not for long because Spees goes back at him. A little bit of side-on-side contact. No, I want the corner. No, I want the corner. Who's going to have it? It's going to be Slugsy. Slugsy up into third position, and Ishmael now harassing the back of Bees. Very close racing for Bees pretty much since the word go here. He always seems to be in the midst of battle at the moment, does Bees, and he's going to try and claim third place again, but Slugsy takes the inside line. Meanwhile, for the lead, Happy Meal going defensive, but I don't think Deering's close enough for a move into the hairpin. Side by side between Ishmael and Bees. Ishmael even going to the inside of Slugsy, but isn't quite close enough to lunge up the inside. Slugsy in third, Ishmael in fourth, and Bees in fifth place. Then it's Flip-Flop, CJ and Wacky Racer are top 8. The winner of the previous race, Jaeger, is up into ninth place. He's 5.6 seconds back from the lead. It's going to be a gargantuan effort from here, and he's actually still in locking horns with his fellow Ranu McGann driver. The drivers who were right next to each other at the line in the previous race for first and second positions are now in 9th and 10th. They're still very close together. Oscar rounding out the top 10 ahead of Blue Ukulele in 11th, Archie in 12th, Kaza 13th, Jalian in 14th, and Tigatastic rounding out the order after that error at the end of lap number 2. Deering's got a good run out of the final corner, and he's in the slipstream of Happy Meal as they run down towards turn 1 for the 4th time. Happy Meal goes defensive. Deering tries to find a way around the outside to then claim the inside for turn 2, but he can't quite get the move done on this occasion. I saw CJ burning another penalty, and as a result of that, Jaeger is up into 8th place for the time being. Wacky Racer up into 7th. And 7th through 12th place, all very close together at the moment. So still lots of argy-bargy and battling in the mid-pack. CJ and Jaeger knocking 6 shades of you-know-what out of each other as they come out of T4. Both live to fight another day. CJ holds on to 8th place and demotes Jaeger to 9th place in the midst of all of that, and we'll see how that one continues to evolve. Jaeger was instructed a few minutes ago to give back what he takes, and let's see if he does it. Doesn't go for the full offensive, the full John Cleland into the S-bend, and as a result of that, he's cost himself time because Oscar has managed to get through Jaeger from 8th to 10th in the last few corners, and Blue Ukulele isn't too far away from the German driver either. It's Happy Meal in the lead, though, with 12 minutes and 22 seconds to go. We know for a fact that this is going to go for 10 laps, as the previous races have. Happy and Deering are top 2. Slugsy, who has been so competitive in the Scirocco thus far, is surely going to try and get in amongst that one, and you wouldn't bet against him doing so, given the pace he's shown in the first 2 races. Ishmael in 4th, Bees in 5th, and Flip-Flop in 6th place. Then it's CJ, Wacky Racer, Oscar, Jaeger, Blue. Jaeger, of course, with a 1 second penalty. So he's going to have to serve that before the end of the lap, and that's going to cost him dearly. He's going to fall back behind Blue, and he's going to fall out of that pack in general. So Blue back into the top 10 there in the Monster Red Bull car, and Oscar running very wide through the final corner, just about stayed off the grass though and holds on to 9th place. CJ burns another penalty, penalties galore for the man fueled by Iron Brew and Tunnocks, and he falls down to 10th place there. In fact, make that 9th because he just about holds on to the inside line and keeps Blue Ukulele at bay for the time being. Top 4 pretty close together now. Ishmael has just under a second between himself and Slugsy. The top 3, though, are as one. 8 tenths between the top 3 as they run down towards turn 5 for the 5th time of asking. A 203.192 last time from Slugsy. He has put the hammer down, and, well, Happy Meal and Deering are going to have to make their cars particularly wide for the rest of this race. We know that the gloves are off on Sundays anyway, but I think the move to front-wheel drive touring car style machinery has amplified that ever more so, and I suspect we might see some paint exchanged over the the next 5 laps of racing. It's Happy Meal that leads, goes defensive, running towards the hairpin for the 5th time. Deering maybe looking to the inside, is looking to the inside, can't find a way up the to the outside, I should say. Couldn't find a way through the inside. Deering with a good run through the hairpin on the outside line, but not quite able to get a good enough run to get alongside Happy. The top 3 all pretty much sharing the same piece of real estate as they head into the final sector of this lap. And Happy once again taking no chances. He's taking the defensive line at every possible opportunity. 3 manufacturers in the top 3 at the moment, and it's the sole French car in the top 4 that is trying to defend. And well, Deering, it didn't make that easy for him at all there. A little bit of contact between them. And well, all harm, no foul, question mark, as it all gets very aggressive. There's a lot of contact going on here. Deering's been put onto the grass there. Slugsy is up into the lead. Deering bashes him again. They're leading on each other as they run towards the first corner, and surely Slugsy's got the lead. He's got the inside line. He was ahead at the corner, and yes indeed, Slugsy right on the limit there for all 3 parties, and I think of what you can get away with under quote-unquote touring car rules, but great fun to watch as Slugsy is indeed our race leader for the time being. Deering though is going to hope for a good run out of this turn to maybe get the slip and ample use of the outside runoff area there. It doesn't penalise you for that, so Deering taking every opportunity he can muster. Happy though dives up the inside of Deering and takes 2nd place. Deering demoted down to 4th because Ishmael follows him through, and Slugsy is going to be hoping those 3 continue to fight each other because he's already 0.6 of a second clear. He's still just about within slipstream range, however, and I think if these 2 TT drivers are sensible, they will again continue to follow their spirit, follow their element, that is tailgating, and push that Peugeot towards the Volkswagen in the lead. That would be the optimal strategy. Never mind that, there's all sorts of argy-bargy. Ishmael is really hammering Happy. That's a bit too far, I'd say there. Ishmael really getting physical there. That was a bit naughty, but he's got 2nd place. And it's side by side between the 2 Audis. Side by side contact as they go through the S's. A flash of the headlights from Happy, I think, possibly agreeing with my analysis of that incident from what is now 4th place. And all of this is playing hugely into the hands of Slugsy, who is now clear of the slipstream. I said the Audi drivers would be wise to work with Happy, not against him. Well, unfortunately, the Volkswagen has broken 3 on lap 6. Can Deering lead the charge to maybe challenge Slugs in the final 7.5 minutes of the race? It's going to be hard done from this position. There's Bees in 5th place. Bees having a good run there in 5th place after a dramatic few laps. He's won himself some track space now. CJ crosses the line in 6th place, and for once he's not burning a penalty on the main straight. He's just ahead of Jaeger, and it's side by side for 8th place among Oscar and Blue Ukulele. Blue Ukulele there in 8th position. Lots of door handle to door handle going on between the 2 of them. A penalty for Flip Flop as well there. Half-second penalty for Flip. I think he took too much to the inside at turn 1 there potentially, and Flip will have to serve that before the end of the lap. Wacky Racer and Oscar there side by side. Oscar in 10th, Wacky Racer in 11th. It's ebbing and flowing between those 4 in that battle for what is 8th place at the moment. And 8th place at the moment is Blue Ukulele, who at one time I think was at the very back of the order, so it's been a good recovery from the 63 car to this point. And Flip Flop there just burning a little bit of his pen, and I think as soon as I said Blue was doing well, he went off on the grass there, so unfortunately, it's going to be a few more minutes before he can get on the grass without any consequences. But for now, he loses a position to Oscar and is down to 9th place and is now under pressure from Flip. But Flip, of course, can't pass until his pen is gone. So this is agonising for Flip Flop because he knows he can get the run, but he knows also that he can't make the overtake. So this is going to really infuriate him. And of course, it also bars Wacky from really making a challenge for 9th position. So it's a bit of a mixed blessing for Blue Ukulele. Wacky tries to find his way past the ghosting Flip Flop and does so. Blue Ukulele, I think, got out of jail free to an extent there with the penalty for Flip Flop, only losing 1 position, but has also lost touch quite firmly with Oscar in the midst of all of that. And a bit of a change further up the order as well, because CJ's in 5th, Jaeger's in 6th, and Bees is in 7th, so it's all shuffled up there among the 5th, 6th, 7th place drivers, and Jaeger is on the verge of breaking the top 5. I don't think we're going to see a repeat of his race 2 win here in race 3, but he's still putting in a solid performance, and he may yet break into, well, it'll be a bit of an effort to break into the podium positions, but he's going to have a firm fight on his hands with CJ and Bees, I have no doubt about that. Jaeger goes to the outside line as they run through turn 1. Can't quite claim the inside for turn 2. PJ holds on to 5th place for the time being. Let's check back in with the leaders. It's still Slugsy out front, and it's about a second between Slugsy and Deering. Deering and Ishmael really hopefully are galvanising here to try and catch Slugsy, but it's going to be very difficult from here. We've seen what Slugsy is capable of. We're seeing it again in this race, a 2:03.192, the fastest lap of the race so far from Slugsy. And he has a lead actually just within slip now is Deering. I was going to say he has a second of lead, but that's ebbed away in the last couple of corners, and Deering will just about have the slip going down towards the hairpin. Oh, actually not quite. He's just dropped out of it before they get there. Slugsy has done himself a lot of favours there. Deering just closing in slightly as they run down the hill. Nowhere near close enough for a move, of course, but they really want to get back into the tow, and that's going to help them. Slugsy puts it a little fraction too wide, had to save the car from a spin there, and suddenly the top 3 are all together. The Volkswagen Audi Group cars are unanimous in the top 3. It's Scirocco versus TT, and the TT going to the outside of the Scirocco now with 3 minutes and 40 seconds of racing left to go. Slugsy suddenly has to get his elbows out. Ishmael dives to the inside of Deering there. Great racing between the 3 of them. The TT boys are going side by side again, and that might give Slugsy an opportunity to get a good run through the final corner. It did, and he's not quite out of slipstream range, I grant you, but he is also out of the firing line for turn 1. No such luck for Deering, because Ishmael's all over the back of him. They do, however, remain compliant with each other, and Deering holds on to 2nd place for the time being. Very much looking forward to seeing what this 3-car battle might provide us in the last 2 laps of the race. Happy's a fairly distant 4th at the moment. CJ's holding on to 5th ahead of Jaeger, Bees and Oscar. Then it's Blue Ukulele in 9th, Flip Flop in 10th, Wacky Racer 11th, Archie in 12th, Kazza there in 13th place. He's the first of the 2 drivers on the hards, ahead of Tiggertastic and the other hard shod driver, Jalion, down there in 15th. Of course, Tigger recovering from some earlier dramas. Ishmael with a half-second penalty. That's going to cost him dearly. I think he and Deering have been having a spat again while I was looking further down the order. And unfortunately, all of the progress they made on Slugsy in the last couple of laps has been eroded away once more. And suddenly, Slugsy is home free. Ishmael has to serve a penalty. He holds the inside line there. Now, is he burning his pen? No, he's going defensive, but now he burns the pen at probably the most efficient place to do it, there at the hairpin. We have less than a lap to go and less than a second between the top 2, but Deering is going to have to really push on these last few corners to try and get up to the back of Slugsy and challenge him. Who has the fresher rubber? It's about even between the 2 of them, so there's no advantage one way or the other on that front. Ishmael with that penalty burn, I think, might be a little bit too far back to be an imminent danger to Deering, but he's still not out of the fight yet either. Happy Meal there in 4th place. He has a penalty to burn here on the main straight, so he's going to lose out on a potential podium here, I reckon, unless he's very naughty, and he shouldn't be naughty because I'm watching him and he's an official. Mark that down. He just crossed the line with a penalty. So Happy Meal not abiding by the rules, unfortunately. Naughty, and I think Deering there ran it wide at turn 1. because suddenly Deering has fallen behind Ishmael. Deering in third place now rather than second. That's an unfortunate turn of events for Deering, and a massively positive turn of events if you're Slugsy, because you've now got 2.1 seconds worth of advantage between yourself and the next car. Slugsy, who has really been the form man here today at Maggiore, has just about 2/3 of a lap between himself and victory. Ishmael 1.8 seconds back from him. Happy Meal finally burning the penalty. They're now down to 4th place. Deering back up to 3rd after a little bit going on between the two of them, and Jaeger diving up the inside of CJ there. Very physical between the two of them. Great racing, and Jaeger takes 5th place there. That's been a fairly long time coming. It's been a close battle. Some flashes of the headlights from CJ. I don't think he's happy with that, but that was a fairly hefty manoeuvre, let's say. Blue Ukulele, meanwhile, has got himself all the way up to 7th. He's going to have a nosebleed if he's not careful. B's there in 8th position. Oscar in 9th, and Wacky and Flip are contesting 10th place at the moment. B's is having to watch the mirrors as Oscar is all over the back of him for 8th position. Oscar diving to the inside. Oscar, of course, came 2nd place in race 2. He'll at least want to be in the top 8 for this one. He's got the inside line into the hairpin and does take 8th place for the time being. The other positions all look fairly secure to me. Slugsy just a few corners away from victory then in the 3rd and final race of this one-off touring car event, the Group 4, the front-wheel drive Group 4s. Arguably the most detested cars in GTFU have actually put in some exciting performances and some exciting racing here in the 3rd and final race, and it's Slugsy that takes the win. Ishmael that claims 2nd, Deering gets 3rd place, and Jaeger has claimed 4th. Happy Meal with an absolute smorgasbord of penalties, understeers wide at the last corner for good measure, and he is going to fall past CJ too. Happy Meal, well, he's been a naughty boy on the pens, and he drops down to 6th behind CJ. Jaeger claims 4th spot. Blue Ukulele gets 7th place. Oscar claims 8th ahead of Bees. Flip Flop rounds out the top 10 ahead of Wacky Racer. Kazza, the first of the hard tyre drivers, in 12th. Archie in 13th. Tigatastic and Jelian still due across the line, but great driving from everyone in that 3rd race. Some physical manoeuvres, but what can you expect from touring car racing? However, the man arguably with the least of anyone else's paint on his car is Slugsy, who broke free at the front and never really looked back aside from a slight slip up a couple of laps from home. The Silkaline-ish livery on that Volkswagen has always been up at the sharp end, even when the car was shod with hards, and I don't think we need even the most rudimentary of maths to know that Slugsy has been the most successful driver here today. A brilliant performance for the Volkswagen driver. A great driving from everybody. Great racing to watch from the commentary box. I hope you enjoyed it on the streams as well.
Adam, that was fucking brilliant, mate. Well done.
Brilliant.
Fair play, Adam. That was fucking excellent, mate.
Aye, excellent.
Good watch.
Yeah.